Good afternoon, folks. The title of today's video is Wake Up, Media. War is Hell. If I see one more stupid item like I seen this morning in Halifax Herald, the so-called cartoonist, and it was one of the great generals, General Lee Grant Sherman. One of them said, war is hell. It's very simple. War is hell. There's no but I don't one note in front of me. There's not a word I'm going to say today. I don't intensely believe and know. Yes, there's innocent kids die at the hospital and through the bombing of Gaza Strip. No question. But wake up. This is Canada. In the United States, do you know how many babies have died since legalization, so-called, of abortion? Horrendous sin of abortion. Approximately 35 million have died, been murdered, slaughtered. We're slaughtering our future. So, yes, it's terrible when anybody dies, let alone an innocent baby or child. There are atrocities on the part of Hamas. There's not intentional, but there's no doubt there's been and will be more children, innocent people dies. You go into Gaza is a very small area. I think it's if the top 10 densely populated areas in the world, Gaza is, I think, number 7. It's right up there with Tokyo and other areas that probably Hong Kong and maybe Mexico City or some areas very intense. Downtown Toronto or Manhattan, whatever, London, England, very compact population. Now, this media, look, during World War II, a German guy stood in front of me not that many years ago. Well, Churchill bombed Dresden. It wasn't a big military city, no bases there, and they bombed it. And it wasn't an atomic bomb, it was conventional bombs, but it was like a firestorm. So it was just such the intensity number of planes and bombs dropped in Dresden, Germany. It was like a firestorm. Stuff just incinerated. No doubt there were thousands of innocents that died in it. But I'm going to make a comment. What are people like here? And it's the truth, and here it comes. If Churchill had the firepower and bombed Dresden early in the war, same number of people would have died in Dresden, the bombing, but it would have saved tens of millions of lives. I'm going to repeat that. Had Churchill had the firepower early in World War II to devastate, destroy much of Dresden, and maybe the German people would have come to the census. It cost World War I with the Kaiser, World War II with Hitler. I was not a fan. One of the kindest gentlemen I ever knew was a veteran of World War II, drove me to church for years. And Martin said they caused 2 world wars, and they shouldn't be allowed back together, East and West Germany, to cause a third one. And I'm going to make a comment specifically related to Germans. When we went into Iraq, in the United States of America, we went in Iraq, and we asked the Germans to help out. They couldn't help at all. Couldn't do a fucking thing. They wouldn't even give photocopier paper to help out with the election. And is things perfect in Iraq? No, they're not. But they're a hell of a lot better than they were before. Look it up. In Iran, where the Ayatollah has Hezbollah in northern Israel and shipping weapons into Hamas, into Gaza, they take in section. The birth rate is almost 0, population growth. In Iraq, despite some difficulties, the economy is doing very good. Saddam was a socialist. The Ba'athist Party were socialist. Now it's free enterprise. The Iraqi, most Arab people are actually exceptionally enterprising people. They're not a socialist people. Now Iran is they're Muslims, but they're Persians, a Persian country. They are Persians. And they technically aren't Arabs. They're Muslims, share the same religion. but they're not Arabs per se. But so, look, war is hell. It always has been. It always will be. And I ask you, these ones that have these dumbass things in Halifax here this morning, and I seen I was eating dinner at the BBC. It's just look. During World War II, somebody made the comment. Well, he's actually I wasn't alive then. Eisenhower will go to hell. Now that's heresy. Eisenhower's in heaven if anybody is. Well, he let civilians starve. He had 1 million and some troops under his command as supreme commander in Europe. And he said, he gave the order, feed the troops first. And he had to do it. The Nazis were vicious fighters. And if they didn't have the troops, let's say the army marches on its stomach, troops and military men in fine form, they wouldn't have been as effective fighters to defeat Nazi Germany. So war is hell. And it's terrible, it's atrocious, but civilians clearly get killed in war. But I ask you in 9/11, how many innocent people were killed? I can go on. I'll give an example, and I'm way over my time limit already, so I'm going to wrap this video up. They take in war is hell, and when I see the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation, in fact, it brings back to Churchill. I did a video on a few weeks ago, and Churchill said, I suppose the BBC would want to give the devil the equal time when God returns. And I'm going to repeat that. Winston Churchill actually said, I suppose the BBC would want to give the devil equal time when our Lord, Savior, and Redeemer returns. And so I repeat for the 4th time, war is hell, and it's disgusting and terrible, but sometime it's necessary to achieve the greater good. And with that, I will go. I'll probably be criticized for saying this, but sometime it's necessary to achieve the greater good. I wish you all the best. God bless. Thank you. Bye for now.